Hi guys, it's Dane here from Invest Property Smart. How are you? First of all, I'd like to congratulate you for opting in the previous page, and just check your email in the next few minutes. You'll receive all the goodies there. In the meantime, I just thought I'd spend the time just to get to know you a little bit more, and also just to introduce you to this short video just outlining some really pertinent points. It's going to explain the stark reality of where most of us end up by the time we retire, unfortunately. And also, I've just got a little exercise I want to run through, a very, very important exercise called the 10-year gap exercise, just outlining where you are now and where you really want and need to be, even before retirement, so you have enough time to enjoy the lifestyle that lies ahead for you and your family. Now, before you get to where you really need to be, you need to address three really important questions here. First of all, question one, have a look at where you are right now and ask yourself, are you happy with where you're currently at? Could it be better? We've also got these other couple questions here that are really, really important. More importantly, where do you want and need to be within the next 10 years? Don't wait until you retire. That's way too late. Are you on track? And if not, what strategies have you got in place to make sure that you achieve and enjoy the life that you and your family deserve? Now, here's a harsh reality and facts of the matter, guys, is that out of every 100 people in Australia, and these stats are from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, out of every 100 people in Australia, the percentage of income of people aged 65 and above, if you have a look here, the 40,000 plus, so that's 40,000 and higher per year. If we have a look at the numbers here, the number of people, it's only two. Two people out of every 100 end up by the time they retire on this income. If you have a look here, 32,500 a year, so a little bit less, there's only 4 people. 25,000 a year, 6 people. And these are the two here I want you to really focus on and concern yourself with. 14,000 a year or less, that means people relying fully on the government pension. Now I know about you, but 14,000 a year doesn't really get your holidays and the lifestyle that you and your family deserve. 79 people. Okay, so this is a pretty alarming number, and 9 people on 17,500 a year relying on a part pension. I've just got a quick exercise that I just want to run through with you really, really quickly here. It's a very, very important one. It's called the 10-year gap exercise. Let's have a look here. Let's say estimated years to retirement. Let's say you're 45 years of age. We'll just use an example of a typical client that we deal with. 45 years of age. So let's call retirement 65, which is a current retirement age. That means that you have 20 years, okay? Estimated years to retirement. Now, estimated years in retirement, that's a hard one. We don't know when we're going to die, but touch wood, you live to the average mortality rate, which is about 85. Call it about 85 for a male, 90 for a female. Let's call it 85, round it off. So 65 we retire, estimated years in retirement, about 20 years again. Now, desired annual income in retirement. Now, most people can generally say, yeah, I can live on a little bit less maybe than what the income I'm on now, so let's call it about 60,000, just an average income here in Australia, just to get a figure for the purpose of the exercise. Your figure may be different, but let's use 60,000. So 60k a year. So that means if we just times B by C here, so 20 years in retirement by 60,000 a year equals 1.2 million, doesn't it? Now I don't know about you guys, but that's a lot of money you have to build up. I don't know how hard it is to save. I know for most people that I come across, very hard to save money. They've been working for 20 years already and nowhere near this sort of money here. So let's have a look at an average client that I come across, their present situation. Let's say they've got about 50k in super. Savings, let's call it 20. Shares, they've got no shares, say. Equity and investment property, they've got 100,000. So what we do here is we just add all their total present situation, their assets up. So that means they've got 170,000 in assets. Now, a very important point I want you to note here, the savings excludes home equity. We don't include that. And I guess you're probably wondering, why is that? Well, because you live in your home. Until you sell your home, the money's not yours, so you can't go to the bank and draw out the money. It's just sort of up in the air. It's not real money until you sell it, so we can't include that in this figure. So if we take off 170, even round this off to 200, minus 1.2 million, that means there's a gap of $1 million. So shortfall, 1 million. If we rounded this off to 200, call it. The amount per year you need to save, all you do there is you divide $1 million by the amount of years, 20 years. Okay, so that means that we have to save 50,000 a year. Now, the average person I see doesn't even have 20,000 in their savings, so, and they've been working, let's call them 45-year-old person, as I said, been working for 20, 25 years already, so that's going to be very hard to achieve. I'm sure you'd agree. So we have to have a look at some other options, okay? Now, and then we can divide it by 52 to get a weekly figure. As you can see, that's roughly about 1,000 a week. So I think we've come to the conclusion that saving this sort of money is very, very difficult. So we need to look at other options. Property is just one of many, many options, and that's what we specialise in and help countless clients with. Now, I just did this short exercise with you because I think it's really important for people to realise they get a false sense of security when they build up equity in their home and everything else. So we want to paint that reality that it's what you build outside of your home that's really important. That's what we're very good at, is stepping people through the process of investing in property. And we've actually got a webinar coming up called The Perfect Storm. And particularly right now, guys, why property? We're going to outline in the webinar some very compelling benefits for you. Why property is so important right now. There's a couple reasons why. We're going to demystify all the myths about property investing and address all your concerns. And I think most importantly, we're just going to teach you a very seamless way, even just on an average income, how you can build wealth over time. There's no such thing as get rich quick. If you're after get rich quick, then we're not your guys. But if you want a seamless way of building property gradually over time and building wealth so you can enjoy the lifestyle that you deserve, then please just register on this page here, just below this video, and you can just click the button and simply register and nominate a time that suits you, that fits in with your lifestyle. And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar, and my business partner Dean will be presenting the webinar, and we look forward to helping you further. Have a great day. Bye-bye.